I'm with my friends. Say hello.
Oh my God.
Hi.
So you are together.
Oh my gosh, wonderful.
I just thought I'll be in the compensation plan.
So you're like in a watch
Oh,
party.
nice.
Thank
So
you,
you're at the
guys.
restaurant or at your house?
Oh, we're in my friend's restaurant.
Oh, very nice.
Yes. We're gonna do some of the classes for Silver Run here in September.
That's wonderful.
It's a nice
Yes.
place, Teresa. I've been there.
Well, hopefully I can go there soon.
Anyway, it's about 9:06, and thank you, Elaine, for joining and the rest of the group. So you're like four in there or five? You're watching like a team, like a group?
Doc, busy sila. Ako lang. Pero baka makikinig din sila mamaya.
Okay. Thank you, Teresa, for joining me this morning, this evening in the Philippines. And I'm very happy to, of course, most of you know Teresa. And for those that are watching us on Facebook and even on YouTube, thank you for joining us. And well, of course, if you want to win free On Guard products that will be given away towards the end, you need to be on Zoom. So watching this on Facebook won't qualify you from winning On Guard products that I would be giving away. So, but even of course, if you don't have any access or you have difficulty in signal, then it's okay. You can do it on Facebook. So Teresa will be talking about toxin free living. I know in the past, I don't know, couple of months, I think, June and July, we were trying to touch on a lot of topics regarding toxic free living, including toxic persons, how to deal with toxic persons. So today we will be diving in again into that part of our very important natural solutions. And of course, we really have to consider that there are a lot of things that are toxic to our bodies, toxic to our organ systems, that are not helping us recover from all the toxicity that we have been exposed to for the many years that we have lived. So Teresa will be talking about that. And of course, Teresa is the person who shared to us the oils more than 4 years ago. And that actually changed even my retirement plan and trajectory, so as we can really help more people realize that natural solutions is not just one of the ways, but it's actually the way to go when it comes to healthy living. And in the very much saturated pharmaceutical world, we have been exposed to a lot of pharmaceutical products that are not really making us a lot better when it comes to long-term health. So today she will be talking about some of those, if not all of those. And I hope you guys will learn from this, and you will be able to share this with your friends, your families, and even your neighbors that are very much willing to listen. And take it away, Teresa. Miss Teresa Kafara from New Jersey.
Okay, thank you, Mario, for having me. Thank you, everybody. It's nice to see Elaine and her friends here. As Mario said, I've been in doTERRA a while and just really enjoy the products. And it's nice to know that even when we are toxic, we can use essential oils to help us be less toxic, right? And then as far as going over products, there's just no way that I could do, everything. So you guys have been touching on guard the last couple months or weeks anyway. So I just want to make sure that we're going over the on guard products and how they can help us be less toxic. So toxicity is a huge conversation these days. So hopefully I can shed some light on how to be better about that. Basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go back and forth between the things that we get over the counter compared to what we have in doTERRA to use, and see how, if you can maybe find a way to switch over. And if you have a pencil and paper, you can write some things down, or maybe later go back to your cabinet and find out what you have, look at the ingredients, and see what they actually have in them. Now, at Leadership in the spring, they showed a little video clip, and I wanted to show that to you too. Oops.
Teresa, we don't get an audio. It's okay. I will just post this video later. Sorry about that. It's on Teresa's end, but I will post the video later.
Sorry, I don't know. I could hear it on my end. I'm sorry you couldn't hear it on yours.
They're using an earphone.
Is that no, I don't have that. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, we're hearing you okay with this time, but with the video now. But I will just post the video later.
Okay, all right. So here we see what personal care products and household care products and how they affect us. And so many companies are using ingredients that are not good for us. So we're going to look at those. Okay, and doTERRA has taken out over 1,900, it's probably over 2,000 ingredients now or they don't use them, that are not safe. And so I really appreciate the fact that doTERRA does use things that are good for us. And Mario posted this on the Facebook group. And so both Huffington Post and ABC News put out articles regarding how the average woman puts on as many as 619 chemicals on her body each day. So that's just on our bodies. And then in our homes are sometimes some of the most toxic places that you can be. And so we're going to talk about that too. But doTERRA offers a wide variety of different types of products that we in the past have used over the counter. So whether it's oral, body, hair care, skin care, excuse me, we can switch over and do something better for us and our families. Okay, so we're talking On Guard. So brushing our teeth is very important, and our oral health can contribute to heart disease, diabetes, and other challenges. So having a healthy mouth is very important. And the On Guard blend has wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary, and those clean your breath. It cleans your teeth, and this toothpaste also has myrrh in it, which is also great for your oral hygiene. And then it goes above and beyond to fight bad breath. So if you look at the back of a toothpaste tube, it has this warning on it, keeping it out of the reach of children that are 6 years and older or younger. And then if you swallow it accidentally, you're going to call the poison control. So you want to really talk to your dentist about whether or not you use that on children. And then it can also lead to bleeding or redness of the gums, pain, swelling, loose teeth. So that could be effective periodontal disease. So we don't want our kids or us to use this in our mouth, because why would we do that if it's dangerous to us? And then the active ingredients in many toothpastes are sodium fluoride, triclosan, and sodium lauryl sulfate. So these things affect hormone disruption, antibiotic resistant strains of bacteria. They cause acute toxicity, sometimes causing nausea, vomiting, and headaches. And too much fluoride can actually harm your developing teeth of a little person. Now, the doTERRA product line in the Philippines is growing, I know that, but while you're waiting for the On Guard mouthwash, you may want to make your own. So here's two different DIYs. They both have distilled water and essential oils in them. The first one is 1 cup of distilled water, 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and 8 drops of essential oils. So you can use the ones that you like. The other one is just 2 cups of distilled water and 10 drops of essential oils, and that would last you for quite a while. If you want to take a screenshot of that, go right ahead. Okay, and then we're gonna talk, if you want to switch things over, you want to take a inventory of the personal care products that you currently use and the things that doTERRA has. So whether it's toothpaste, deodorant, shampoo, or hair care, when you're running out of what you have, you may want to replace it with something from doTERRA, because they're very good for you and they don't have the toxicity. Okay, so now we're going to dive into some of the household products. We're going to be talking about the cleaner, the foaming hand wash, using essential oils for your air in your diffuser, and the sanitizing mist. So you want to make your house safe and a safe place for ourselves and our families. And we want to do that by reducing the toxic load. And the products here are made with On Guard, and it's a warm, spicy fragrance. And the combination of the oils in there have been studied for their strong abilities to kill harmful bacteria, mold, and viruses. I know a friend of mine used to go into old homes that had a lot of mold, and he diffused On Guard and got rid of that. So that's a wonderful thing. And you can use this in your diffuser. You can use it to clean, to purify your household surfaces, and to help you feel better just in general. And I love the smell of On Guard. So On Guard is 99.9% antibacterial, plus it's antifungal, antidepressant, and antiseptic. This is a really great thing. And I saw someone post a video, I think it was about a year ago, on an experiment that they did with their child for a science project. They took 4 or 5 different Petri dishes, and they swabbed their computer desk or laptop and put it in the Petri, and then they let the mold grow on that, and then they put On Guard in one and Lysol with with chlorine bleach in another one, and then they used a couple other products, and the On Guard did as well or better than all of them. The only one that really came into competition was the one that had bleach in it, and we know that that's not great. So if anybody out there wants to do that experiment and record it and share it with me, I will send you an On Guard mouthwash. All right, so we're going to talk about cleaners in general. So doTERRA's On Guard ingredients, like I said, provides natural protection by keeping the surrounding areas clean and safe. So this powerful essential oil blend is combined with plant-based derivatives that provide a non-toxic and biodegradable way to clean and eliminate odors. So it's safe for our loved ones as well as the environment, and you can use it around your pets. So the multi-purpose capabilities of doTERRA On Guard Cleaner Concentrate make it perfect to clean hard surfaces in the kitchen, the bathroom, or any room, leaving behind this wonderful scent of On Guard. And we all like to walk into a house that smells clean, but what does that clean actually smell like, or what does it do to us when we're breathing that in? So we've got the phthalates that we talked about and the triclosan that we talked about before in the toothpaste, but then we have the quats and these other things. So what do? They cause skin irritations, pulmonary edema, severe liver and kidney damage, respiratory challenges, and can be a thyroid disruptor. So these are things that we really want to try to get out of our household and replace with things that are better. Then we have the foaming hand soap. I love this. We've got this at every sink in our house. And Nick and I are just the two of us. We don't have any kids at home, but we still go through a bottle of this every month, you know, trying to make sure that we're washing our hands and keeping safe. So this is a gentle hand wash alternative to harsh soaps that could harm your sensitive skin. It's pH balanced to protect the delicate moisture barriers of the skin. And the spice and citrus aroma of doTERRA On Guard invigorates the senses during and after use. And everybody that comes into our house and uses it really enjoys it. So hand soap is an example of using products with fragrances, parabens, and sodium sulfates. Fragrances are also not good for you if they're not natural. So the chemicals in this, as well as some of the others that we have talked about or will talk about, can really do you some damage. So they're disguised in these really pretty products and scents. Do you guys have Bath and Body Works in the Philippines? Because that's a big one as far as the different smells and things like that. Okay, and then we know the protecting power of doTERRA On Guard is also good for on the go, using our hand sanitizing mist. Oops, sorry. And so the sanitizing mist purifies hands by eliminating 99.9% of the bacteria and other germs that we have on our skin. And as we're going around touching things in the mall or on subways or in taxi cabs and things like that, we want to have this with us. And it also leaves your hands feeling soft and smooth. And then again, it has that great smell. And recently, doTERRA came out with hand wipes. I don't know if you have them yet, but those are a great thing to have as well. So here are some of the chemicals that can cause potential health challenges in and over-the-counter hand sanitizers. It's the triclosan, sodium lauryl sulfate, synthetic fragrances, phthalates, paraben, and alcohol. So this is really not very good for you. So many people wouldn't be the same without scents, candles, plug-ins, sprays, and things like that, filling the air of their home. So you can do that with diffusers, and you can mix things up a little bit. I know of a woman in Staten Island. She's a teacher, a kindergarten teacher, and you know how kindergartners are always touching things, wiping things, putting things in their mouth, things like that. She put a diffuser of On Guard in the back of her classroom and ran it every day, all the days of school. And that helped keep her classroom a lot healthier and didn't have as many absences because of it. And she also used another diffuser in the front of her room that would be for emotions and things like that, because kindergartners are quite sensitive. So here is a set of spring blends. I was trying to remember what season it was in the Philippines, but you can take a screenshot of this if you'd like for some options that you can use, or you can use straight essential oils. I like my On Guard just alone, or my Breathe oil, but sometimes I like to switch it up as well. So most candles are made of paraffin wax, which has toxic carcinogens in them. Candle wicks can also be a source of toxins because sometimes they have a lead core wick. And then we've got the synthetic fragrances that you can use either in candles or plugins, and those have the phthalates that can be absorbed through just breathing them. And that can aggravate allergies and asthma symptoms and alter hormone levels that can also create birth defects or reproductive harm. So you really want to be careful about that. And a 2003 study published in an environmental health perspective suggested that the environmental levels of phthalates are linked to altered DNA integrity in the human sperm, and have also been linked to serious concern like kidney and liver toxicity and cancer. So we want to get those out of our houses. So the bottom line is that you care about your family and you want to keep them healthy. And though we can't control everything in our environment, we can alter some of that or reduce a lot of that through using doTERRA and getting rid of some of those awful things in our cabinets. So pure and effective products do exist. And products that bring the best of nature into your everyday routine, you can make the choice to pursue what is pure. So if you're not using doTERRA, you might consider swapping out what you're currently using and replace it with something healthy for you and your family. And if they're not available to you yet, I have some DIY alternatives that you can make at home, and you can take some screenshots. So this is just a basic makeover my cleaning cabinet using some basic things like vinegar and baking soda, Castile soap, and essential oils. And you can find a lot of this kind of thing online. You can take a screenshot of this if you would like. And here are a couple other options for windows or air filters. Vinegar and water and lemon make a great window cleaner. And a few drops of Purify on your new filter, your air filter, make a difference in your home air quality. And for furniture polish, you can use olive oil, vinegar, and arborvitae, or a lemon. And grab your On Guard and water for a good surface cleaner here. Lemon oil gives a great smell to your dishes to clean out the dishwasher. And I know some people have made the little tablets to stick in your dishwasher to make it smell better. And lemon and vinegar are great on stainless steel. And then we have baking soda, melaleuca, and vinegar for a toilet bowl cleaner. And I like to put a drop of essential oil into my toilet to freshen the air in the bathroom when it gets, a little stale or whatever. And then eucalyptus and melaleuca and vinegar and Castile soap help clean your tub and tile. And lemon helps to remove stains. And lavender and eucalyptus are a nice spray for your bed. So if you are looking to get started with doTERRA, if you've not already used doTERRA, here are some things that could help you do that. It's a sample box that you might consider with On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, toothpaste, sanitizing mist, shampoo and conditioner, and the skincare line. So if you don't have doTERRA already, you can talk to the person who brought you. All right, and then we like to use oils, share oils, and teach others about oils. And I know that that the people that brought you here are doing a lot of wonderful things like that. And we could talk more about that if you want to, but for now, I think we're good.
Okay.
So Mario, back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Teresa. I don't know if Elaine has questions. She was asking something about what was this thing? Hold on, I forgot.
I think it depends on the soy candles. Yeah, I think it depends on the soy candles. I don't know what kind of wicks they have in them. And you can look, do a little bit of your own research on soy. The thing with candles is you never know the source, right? So you don't know how they source their soy to make soy candles, where they are, the quality of it, and things like that. So I'm not going to tell you that they're bad, but I would prefer you using, the oils. Any other questions?
Okay. Someone
you sure?
When are they bringing the new toothpaste here?
I don't know, but Elaine, you're doing such a good job sharing with people. We might have to send you a tube.
No, I was telling my friend because she's a dentist, and I told her one of the traits of that toothpaste, and we're gonna sell it in her clinic soon. I hope.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Noemi is joining me now.
Yes, I see that beautiful face.
She's done with the cooking, so she might have some questions.
No, there's so much that Teresa shared that everyone can benefit from. Of course, all those DIYs, since there are limited products in the Philippines, it's really amazing that the wellness advocates can really have an option. So for me, I'm so glad that you shared all those tips to them.
Yeah, and I look for, some of them we're going to do our own anyway, right? So doTERRA doesn't have a toilet cleaner or a window cleaner, but I know that those are things that, we can all use in our home anyway.
That's
so
true.
It's nice to have those options while we're waiting on doTERRA toilet cleaner.
We do have it. Or I would say I use it. I know I shared it in one of the DIY. I mean, in one of the casts that we have, and I know I shared it.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of DIY that you really
covered. Yeah.
You have covered actually, and Noemi actually is also doing some DIY for On Guard, like say tabletop cleaners and
which she is using.
Which I use almost like 2 or 3 times a day for the tables and cleaning the glass. So I think that's one way of I have to re-educate myself. I'm used to the Windex. Remember?
Yeah.
We have a lot of Windex here, and I don't know in the Philippines what do you have for cleaning tables. And now Elaine is in a restaurant.
Do you remember the big fat Greek wedding? They used the guy in that movie. He used Windex on everything for everything, like even cold sores or something.
Really? That's gross.
I know I hope that was a joke. I don't know for sure that it was a joke, but I'm having a hard time converting Nick my husband from using Windex too. So
Yeah,
Noemi and I are going to have to work extra hard.
yeah, I understand how Nick feels because there's a mutual feeling that we share. I remember when Noemi did the DIY, I said almost always literally forget to use that DIY thing.
It's there. It's there. It's just
So
beside. It's just beside the Windex that he's
it
using.
just keeps on repeating. So there's a kind of a what do you call that? Separation anxiety from the toxic substance from the toxic substance that I normally use versus the one that Noemi did. But now it's a good transition. It took me about maybe about 3 months to really get into that DIY spray.
Well, as soon as the Windex is gone, you just don't replace it,
I
That's
know.
right?
true.
You just don't buy more Windex.
Hmm. Especially during spring or when you're supposed to be cleaning windows and not just tabletops and all those things that you really have to use for cleaning.
Yeah, I have about 4 sprays that I have made in different parts of the house,
Yeah, it's got to be visible. It's got to
so that
be.
he has to like grab it. It's
Hmm.
all over.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
hmm. I know in Palawan, Elaine, you have a bunch of restaurant owners with you right now. I don't know how they're cleaning their tables on their restaurants. Maybe they can consider using that.
I think John Marie started to use some lemon in her cleaner, table cleaner, and it's kind of hard to teach using doTERRA products for cleaning though. Actually, I'm still working on it also.
Yeah, I don't.
Because
Is
my
it
yaya in the house, my ate in the house, because of the smell, I think she got used to cleaning product smells.
Yeah,
If we move her to lemon or something, she's thinking that our stuff are not clean yet.
Okay, so Elaine, this is really important. You need to do that challenge that I threw out. I need you to get four or five petri dishes, and I want you to compare
Okay.
On Guard to the cleaner that she has and a couple others, so you can show her that On Guard cleaner is better than the one she's using.
Yes, yes, Therese. I'll also do that. Will be a good challenge also for the silver rat.
yeah.
No, dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get it started.
Elaine, there is a product. I guess it's already available in the Philippines. The most, I see most convenient for me when I use cleaners is the On Guard. What do you call this, Teresa? The On Guard, the one that you just have to add water on it. What's this one?
Yeah, the cleaner,
The On
the
Guard
cleaner concentrate.
Yeah, the cleaner concentrate. Elaine, I use that one, and it will last you for 3 months or 4 months because it's a concentrate. You just add water on it. It's easy to prepare.
Hmm.
So that's the one I'm using right now for almost everything.
I bought a bottle, Tita. She hid it under the sink.
But have you tried preparing it for her?
Yes, I did it already in a spray bottle.
In
And she hid it under the sink. So why are you not using it? She said, it doesn't smell clean. It doesn't smell clean.
So just tell her.
So I'm gonna do the challenge. I'm gonna show it to her.
Great.
Yeah, we have
You
to
know,
show.
sometimes just putting, like when the bottle that she's using runs out, rinse the bottle out and put the doTERRA cleaner in there, but don't tell her you've replaced it, because it took my husband a year to know that I had doTERRA in a spray bottle because it said another cleaner. It's like, it smells different, but he used it. So maybe you just put it in her bottle.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're deceiving him.
Well, it's a kind of good deception.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is we really have to be more showing a lot of evidence on this, And you're right. We really have to put more petri dishes, and that's actually one of those that I thought about doing. And I think the petri dish challenge will work um, for the rest of the team. So we just have to teach them how to do their own petri dish, because
Yeah.
it will not be
So the
available
woman,
that we can
yeah,
just
the
buy from
woman
the
that did
store.
it that I saw, she had the 5 petri dishes, and she took a swab and swabbed the keyboard of her computer and put what she got from her swab into the petri dishes, and then she had the control dish that just had that to see how it grew, and then she had 4 of them with cleaners. One of them was on guard, and 2 of them were kind of like natural ones. I know one of them was the method cleaner. I don't know if you have that in the Philippines or not, but it's one of those that we have here that's supposed to be natural.
Oh, no,
And then, like I said,
what I mean, Teresa, is the culture media. We know that in a petri dish, you need to put something, and the culture media normally is agar or gulaman in the Philippines. So it's a colorless gel, which we have as a in the Philippines. In here you have, how do you call that? Gel or jello. So it's a jello that you have to prepare and put it on a petri dish. The petri dish needs to be sterile, meaning it's supposed to be sterilized, boiled.
Anyway, you can share your tips on how to
Yeah,
prepare that.
I'll share. Probably put a video on how to prepare a petri dish, wherein you can swab the specimen from your tables, from wherever you want, so as you can see and compare what what's the bacterial growth that it creates with on guard versus the one that you're currently using. And I actually posted, I think, a couple of years ago. They use the bread.
yeah,
Yeah, they use the bread instead of a petri dish. They put on guard on the bread, and the other one they didn't put anything, and just let the bread grow, whatever. Put it on a place where they can observe it, and the bacteria just keeps on growing on the other one with no on guard, and the other one just kind of like preserve itself with the on guard. So I think I have to dig uh, out the picture that I shared before,
Mhm.
and that's very effective. It's a very effective teaching tool. But then if they
yeah.
can do that,
I think they can have fun with it too, right?
yeah, because if they don't have agar or if they don't have the petri dish, they can use the bread uh, for them to really, because normally bread, if you just allow it to be out there in the environment, it grows molds, right?
Yeah.
But if you put on guard on the bread, it just stops growing. The
Mhm.
mold cannot grow on that bread.
Yeah. Anyway, so you'll just try and check it out, okay?
Yeah, I will
Yep.
definitely share that picture again, and also give them ideas on how to prepare their own petri dish. It could be just a small piece of bottle or a flat bottle
Mhm.
or a
Mhm.
flat glass that they can swab.
Mhm.
But that's a good challenge that you are putting in there. And
Yeah. So
what are you giving out
I will
again?
send. I'm sorry. I will send mouthwash to anybody who does that and sends it to me.
We don't have mouthwash in the Philippines.
I know. So I'll send it to you.
Oh, okay. And we don't have
We
to.
will all do it. We'll also prepare 6 mouthwash
All right. All right.
You got it.
That's a good team project for you guys in Palawan. And mind you, these people that are watching us in Palawan are very kind of uh, open to suggestions when it comes to natural solutions. And they operate business facilities that can be very influential in the community. So they have several resorts and restaurants and that can make a lot of changes in the way people think and the way people do things around. So I'll watch for that challenge and see how it goes.
Yeah, I that's true. I believe Elaine and the rest of her team is putting like uh what do you call this? They are the forefront of really providing wellness advocacy
Hmm.
that people can recognize and consider
Yeah,
really
there
among the clients that they have.
there will be great examples there. And well, of course, if you get that project going, I will add up to that mouthwash that Teresa is giving. We'll be giving also an on guard touch. We have that here. So I'll be sending an, but you just have to show the evidence that you did it. So do that. Post it on your social media, and of course send the pictures to us. And maybe you can do a small video, like a clip on how you're doing things there, and let's see what happens. And for those that are watching us on YouTube, I know there were like a couple of them watching us on YouTube. We weren't able to webcast this on Facebook for some reason. Facebook blocked us from webcasting it. So today, it's kind of like a surprise to me. But on YouTube, it's on. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you've heard us, and Teresa put out the challenge. And so if you're doing that and you're watching us on YouTube, the challenge also goes to you. So make sure that you do it, or you message us, and maybe today or tomorrow we'll also be putting in the video that can help you prepare your own petri dish, and how you can put the swab in there and observe how bacteria will grow. This is a very small laboratory example of really testing how effective on guard is in your own home environment. So yeah,
Yeah.
you want to say something before we end?
Yeah. So anyway, just like Teresa have emphasized with this class, making our environment, especially the household that we live in, can be helped. I hope you have taken those DIYs. They have taken bits and pieces of like how doTERRA has provided us some products that we can hold that is available for us, because at times it's so hard, like where can I get some products that are really
Friendly.
friendly or healthy, that there's no toxins on it. So
Hmm.
I appreciate doTERRA for providing those products to us.
Yep. And of course, Teresa, thank you so much for doing this for the rest of the team in the Philippines. I know this will be one of those treasured videos that you have shared, and we'll be catching up on each and every one of them. And I will be posting on our different Facebook pages. I will download definitely the video and post it on our different Facebook pages so they can also watch it. And if they're up to the challenge, how do you call this? Petri dish challenge?
Okay.
Yeah,
It's an
the
on
Okay.
guard.
on
It's
guard
an
teacher
on guard
this
challenge.
challenge.
Okay, on guard Petri dish challenge. If they're up to the challenge, we will definitely give them what's due to them, the mouthwash, and of course the on guard touch, if they're doing it. So they just have to
Great.
show us the evidence, and of course it's a small laboratory experiment that will be of great help in changing mindsets. So remember, wellness is actually changing attitudes and mindsets, and set of practices that we really have to redirect. I know there's a lot of toxic materials that we have been exposed to in the past, and even now, we're still trying to make significant dent on the way we do things every day. So thank you so much, Teresa, and of course, thank you, Palawan, for joining us
Thank you,
religiously.
Dao. Thank you.
Wow.
You guys enjoy the food.
Enjoy dinner.
Oh my
Enjoy.
God.
How I
Jo
wish I can eat
Jo Marie is
there.
showing her treasures.
How I wish I can go there.
Thank
Okay.
you, Teresa.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, good
Wait for,
night.
Good night.
wait
Good
for
night.
the mouthwash.
Oh, the mouth.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, thank you, Teresa, and hope to see you again soon.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Good night.